I talked to my wife and said that her boyfriend was making me extremely uncomfortable in my own home and that I wanted him to tone it down. He walked up behind me, having gone in the hall but not actually gone to the bathroom, and said, "Don't mind me, I'm just eavesdropping." I asked my wife to meet me in private to express my frustration. She said that this is just how he is. I said we didn't talk about boundaries for this meeting and that many of the things he's done had crossed lines for me and made me feel uncomfortable in my house. She says to give her a minute and she'll take care of it. I returned to the kitchen and he's changing clothes. He brought all his clean laundry in a suitcase and was cycling through outfits, asking my wife what she thought of each. I later told my wife that was extremely weird to me, especially since she went out there with the intent to tell him to tone it down. She said the alternative was that she and he go into the bathroom while he changes. Fast forward, they leave to go on their date. I stay busy the rest of the day and can't get a hold of my wife from noon to midnight. I go to bed, having asked her to check in 3 times, called her, and no response. At 4 a.m. she woke me up to ask if he could spend the night because they had been out until 3:30 a.m. and it was an hour drive back to his house. I said no because we had planned a full day just us for the next day. My wife went out to talk to him, then came back and said he was too tired to drive and asked me to reconsider. I'm barely awake, so I begrudgingly say fine. My wife promises not to stay out so late again and we go to bed. Boyfriend sleeps in the guest room. My wife and I had planned to go to breakfast but had to put a pause on it because the boyfriend hadn't woken up by 10 a.m. I say we can get drive-through breakfast and my wife sends me out alone because she doesn't want him to wake up in the house by himself. She tells me he'll be gone by the time I get back. At 10:45 I get home and he's still there. My wife comes down and makes him coffee because we didn't get him anything. Because he was supposed to be gone already. I told my wife point blank I wanted him to leave because this was our day together and we had already had to change plans because of him. She said that would be rude and that we still had the whole rest of the day just us. He ended up staying until noon. He didn't say a word to me as he sat at the table drinking coffee and then fist bumped me goodbye. When he finally left, my wife asked how I thought it went. I expressed everything I described here, told her his personality made me uncomfortable. He ignored me, made me feel like a guest in my house. I didn't appreciate him spending the night. My wife said, "Thank you for being honest. I don't know how to respond to your concerns. It's important to me that you